The Dorset, Curnunnos and Catherine Way is a hiking trail in West Dorset that starts in Cerne Abbas and ends on the coast at Abbotsbury. It's designed to be walked over 2 days, and that is exactly what my friend Joe and I have decided to do. Joe is a fellow YouTuber, otherwise known as the Wessex Nomad, and I'm really excited to walk this trail with him. The trail starts at St Mary's Church in Cerne Abbas. Originally built in the 1300s, it has a beautiful 15th century rood screen and some wonderful wall paintings dating from the 1600s. Due to the length of this trail and the nature of this video, I won't be able to delve into the locations we visit as much as I usually would. However, as always, if you see a location that you would like me to revisit, let me know in the comments below. Just down the road from the church is St Augustine's Well. According to legend, St Augustine met pagan shepherds who were thirsty, and he struck his staff on the ground, causing a spring to gush forth. He then used this well to baptise his new converts to Christianity. Hello, we are on the trail. We have just started. We've just done our first 2 locations. We've got about 12 miles to walk today, I think. And I have the Wessex Nomad behind me, who's just getting some B-roll. Say hi, Joe. Hey. Yeah, so we're just going to head off, and we're going to head up to see a certain gentleman who's rather cheeky. And I don't know how much of him you'll see. Quite a few people see quite a lot. We'll see how much you see. Having just left the safe, rather wholesome sanctuary of the church, we are now on our way to see a rather famous and rather naked chalk figure. And ladies and gentlemen, this is about as X-rated as my channel is ever going to get. Thanks to the wonders of technology, courtesy of Joe, you're about to feast your eyes upon the magnificent Cerne giant, who has a huge club in his hand. Measuring 180 feet, the Cerne Abbas giant is Britain's largest chalk hill figure, and he has for centuries been a topic of curiosity. Among other theories, some have believed him to be 17th century political satire, a lampoon of Oliver Cromwell. Others have believed him to be a Romano-British depiction of Hercules. However, more recent archaeological testing has suggested that he has a late Anglo-Saxon origin. But this still doesn't explain why he is there or why he is so very naked. In July 2007, the giant was visited by a friend who brought food, much to the amusement of many and the anger of some. So the route that Joe and I are taking today is going to take us past quite a number of churches. There's a Hillfort today as well, if we make it that far, which I'm sure we will. And yeah, just some really lovely countryside, and we're just going to chill, have a really nice walk. Stop every now and then to get some nice footage with the drone, which is awesome, and yeah, just have a really good time. That hill was steep and the heat's definitely kicked in now, but we've got a really nice breeze up here, so that should cool us down, and we're going downhill in a minute, aren't we?
That's right, yeah.
Excellent. So that's where we've just come from, over there. Have you lost us? He hasn't lost us, don't worry.
These commute apps or maps are weird. This is why we need paper maps, right?
Yeah, I've actually got a paper map. I should have brought it. I do actually have a paper map though, for tomorrow if we need it.
Well, just look, it's telling us to go diagonal through the field when there's like literally a path there that goes there. You know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah. I think what's possibly happened there is that somebody has mapped it out.
Yeah.
But they've done the most direct route in some way. But I would imagine that obviously sticking to the footpath is probably a good idea. No, we're about to go.
Yeah, it just keeps this at the footpath.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Whilst it may seem more convenient to take a shortcut, as you will see as the journey progresses, the trail map that we're following on the phone is not always the most helpful. Oh, we're only like 3.5 miles away from Maiden Newton now. This is absolutely gorgeous, guys. Look at these houses. Beautiful. It's got so much character. So yeah, Sidling St Nicholas, and it's got the classic kind of thatched cottage. Oh, there's a lovely thatched cottage coming up in a minute. It's beautiful. Nice little village green there. We have just stopped off for a cider.
Cheers.
Which looks very nice. Right, we have actually just discovered that this works.
Yeah.
Which is really, really unusual now.
Yeah, actually works.
It actually works. A red telephone box with the phone still working. How about that? Love it. Okay, so we've left the pub and had a very nice pint of cider. And I'm what us Brits call a bit of a lightweight, so naturally I'm feeling a bit squiffy. Squiffy, that's such an English posh word, isn't it, squiffy? And we're about to go to the church, which it looks like it's covered in...
Oh no!
Oh no!
I hate that.
Oh no, that's a shame. Scaffolding, it's got scaffolding around it. What can usually be seen of the church dates mostly to the 15th century. The church is dedicated to St Nicholas of Myra, which is partly where the village gets its name. Nicholas was a 4th century Christian bishop who lived in the city of Myra, located in what is now modern-day Turkey. While there is little historical documentation for his life, he became one of the most venerated saints in both Eastern and Western Christianity, due to numerous legends and stories of his kindness. He was known for his immense generosity, often giving away his inherited wealth to the poor and needy. These acts of charity are the inspiration for the modern-day figure of Santa Claus. Or, as I affectionately called him as a child, Father Christmas. Joe's in full-on vlogging mode over there.
So, yeah, nice church. It's got a stunning chancel. I just walked past.
Hello! Yeah, it's always a shame when you do get to a church and it's got scaffolding, but at the same time, it's needed. You know, we need to look after these buildings, and this is what happens. Oh, St Nicholas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. That looks really old, doesn't it? As we continue, we get a good view of the hills that are thought to give the village the first part of its name. Sidling is believed to come from the Old English for broad ridge, which fits very well with the surrounding chalk hills that the village is nestled in. As we get further away from the village, we can see some interesting patterns on the hills which are clearly not natural. Apparently, these are what are known as Celtic field systems, which is a bit misleading because it doesn't necessarily mean they are connected to the Celtic people, and apparently they could be anywhere from prehistoric all the way into the Anglo-Saxon era. As a result, I have no idea how old these are. So if anyone can shed some light on this, let me know in the comments below.
So according to Joe's map, there should be some gnome figurines. What did it say on your map?
Well, I'll get it up. It says gnome figurines on gateposts. And I don't see any.
No, I don't see any either. Oh, no, there they are, there they are.
Oh, what? Oh.
Yeah. Don't be fooled. They'll tell you there's gnome way through here. However, they are lying.
Comes to things like that, you can't mess about, alright? As soon as there's an opening, just gotta go for it.
Right, we've just made it to Maiden Newton and we are just coming into the churchyard now, and I'm very familiar with this church.
The current parish church of St Mary's here in Maiden Newton dates from the 12th century, with the tower being the oldest remaining structure. Most of the church was completed as you see it today in the 15th century, and it underwent restoration in the 19th century. Outside is what remains of another medieval standing cross. These types of crosses were mostly erected from the mid-10th to the 16th century AD, and it's thought that at one time there would have been upwards of around 12,000 of them throughout England. Alongside environmental factors and changing attitudes over time, many of these crosses lost their heads during the Reformation and later, and there are now very few standing crosses left in England that include their actual cross.
Here we go. Masonry there. So this door here was actually filmed by me for my very, very first reel that I did on Instagram, and it was the very first video that I ever made for Cross and Coombe. So I'm going to read you what it says. The wooden door behind this altar is thought to be the oldest door with its original hinges in the country. It is possible that this is the original door in the Saxon church, installed when the church was rebuilt in the Norman period. It says the altar was made in 2012 when the church was rededicated following 17 months of closure after the fire of March 2011. And that is why they don't have pews. So the pews were burnt down, from what I understand, and they actually replaced them with these chairs. So it's got a very interesting layout. So now that you've seen the door,
Yeah.
Joe, what do you think of it?
I mean, it's pretty surreal now. Like every time I look at a door, I'll be like, yeah, well, it's not as old as the oldest one. Because it's one of those things, when do you think about the oldest door? You know? But no, it's awesome. It's like, that is what potentially the Anglo-Saxons used to look at.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like stepping back in time. And another one is in Chepstow Castle, they have the oldest castle doors in Europe.
Okay, that's cool.
So that's really cool. And like, yeah, so when you look at it like that, it's just like, yeah, it really takes your mind away, you know? It's not just another door. I mean, otherwise you just see like, oh yeah, it's just a door. But
It's just a door.
you feel lucky and privileged that you've seen it, all right? I mean, here we are in South West England, in rural Dorset, looking at the oldest door in England.
On its hinges.
On its hinges.
Possibly in England,
So
yeah.
it's one of those sort of like a...
Very cool.
Yeah, it's like, otherwise you probably, if people are living in like the northeast or something like that, you probably would never see it. So,
No. And I wonder how many people actually know about it, because it is hidden away. I mean, you know, Maiden Newton's quite a small place, but also, is it just one of those things that they've gone, oh, this must be the oldest door, or is it really? And so then my mind starts to go, so I'm like, right, I want to find out the truth now.
Yeah. Well, but then again, will we ever know the truth?
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so,
One of history's many mysteries, as I like to say.
exactly, yeah. And that's, sometimes it's better like that. Okay?
Yeah. The pub is not open. Apparently we're an hour late and an hour early. I drive past it all the time, and every time I see it...
Mum, I'm on YouTube!
Yeah, YouTube! Wave! Right, so all day, Joe and I have been talking about cows, right? Well, not literally all day. But they're running. But we've been saying that we haven't seen any cows, and I just came through the gate and Joe pointed out the cows and I went, oh, really loud. And now they're all coming towards us. So these are definitely curious cows. I shall show you.
And there's a cow actually on the gate.
Oh no. Is that a bull over there as well? There's a bull over there.
Okay, this is
He seems quite kind of, I'm just going to chill. That's fine, you can chill, mate. You chill, that's fine. This lot are definitely on the way over. Is that the way we've got to go, yeah?
I can look for versions.
They're not coming any further, they're sort of...
Yeah, that's a lot of cows.
Oh, they're coming.
Stampede.
Oh. Okay, we're just going to see if we can find a detour, because there's definitely a bull in that field and he doesn't look very happy. And the cows are just quite skittish by the looks of it. Okay, so the nice farmer is actually going to come into the field and distract the cows because he says they're not used to people. I'll come over this side. And there is a bull, yeah. Oh no. Oh, that's funny. But that bull's still over there, look.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at him. I am actually quite scared.
Okay, so we got through the cow field safely, thanks to the farmer. And now we are clambering up a bank. Hopefully finding a footpath. They're still looking at us, look. Right, so we are just approaching the end of day one. So this is Eggardon Hillfort.
This hill fort with its majestic views holds a very special place in my heart. I've probably visited it more than any other in Dorset, and I've been here in all weathers and in all seasons, walking, praying, relaxing, stargazing, even to view last year's comet. I've even stood on its summit to watch the International Space Station fly over just after sunset, and that was a beautiful evening. And no matter how often I visit Eggardon, it always takes my breath away. So to finish day one of our walk here with my friend Jo is quite special. Most of the surviving earthworks date from the Iron Age, although there is evidence of earlier earthworks dating from the Bronze Age. The hill fort covers 21 hectares, and the remains of round dwellings have been found on its top. During excavations, both Bronze Age and Iron Age pottery have been found, along with flint tools. In Dorset alone, there are over 30 hill forts. Some are better known than others, such as Maiden Castle that I visited in a previous video, but this one is not so well known, and yet it's very much worth a visit. I'm not going to delve into Eggardon too much here because I'm actually planning a video on it. There's much more to see and much more history to discover.
It's just absolutely stunning, and I can't think of a better place, to be honest, to end day one. It's really lovely. What do you reckon, Joe?
Yeah, this is beautiful. I mean, like you said, we've gone through some really beautiful villages and some lovely countryside, and to end this with this, looking down at all this, it's just
sorry.
Looking down at all this is just awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's lovely.
Joe's video is being released at the same time as mine, and I will put a link in the description to his channel and to that video. Go subscribe, go and watch, go say hi. But don't go anywhere just yet.
Is that barbed wire? I think I lost Joe. I can't see him walking. I don't know where he's gone. Where are you?